What's up, Warrior Nation? Welcome back into One Take. Yeah, turn that phone off, mister. Welcome back into One Take, the official podcast of the One New Zealand Warriors, back in our beautiful home studio. It was nice to play a away game at Bloke Studios last week, but it's good to be back with my man, Benny Searley. How are you, bro?
Oh, bro, I was mad jealous of that setup, you and Kimpy chewing the fat.
Yeah, it was
Gotta
good.
say. It was a good watch, though. Great yarn.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, he's got a good little setup there, Denon. But you know who else has got a good setup? Gaming setup, that is. As our guest here, Warriors winger, superstar, fresh off of 4 tries for the mighty New South Wales Cup side. Looking good, feeling good. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
How are you, bro?
I'm good.
Feeling strong, feeling healthy?
Yeah, I'm happy I got through that game and had some fun out there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this week and seeing what happens.
You mentioned your wife said she hadn't seen you smiling like that on the field in a long time. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I visibly noticed it over there in Newcastle. Like, not just because you come back from injury. I know you're pumped to just be out there playing, but geez, you look like you're having some fun out there. You and Ronnie and Ali.
Yeah, like I loved it. Not saying you don't love NRL, but I think NRL you're a lot more, I guess.
There's just a different level of intensity, isn't there?
Like, not really time to really switch off a little bit, to have a smile, or to because you're just so focused on the game and wanting to do your job for the team. Like, you just really don't want to let your team down. But yeah, I went into the game on the weekend. It was a bit different. You don't get the same prep in terms of like video on certain players and knowing what the team is until now.
Is it like a bit of old school? You just kind of go out there and play for
it? Yeah. And I loved it. Like it, like really get to not like I love the game, but it's like took me back to as a kid when I was like there was no prep before anything. Like
just sort of park footy vibes a little bit. Yeah,
and seeing the team before kickoff, and you're like, oh sweet, let's go. Like,
yeah,
there's like not much pressure either. Although I was very nervous before the game because it's been a long time since I played New South Wales Cup, and I didn't know what to expect, and everyone was expecting like through the week they're like, oh yeah, you're going to be doing this, you're going to be doing that, and they were expecting like something really, really big. So in my head, I was like, oh fire! Like I was really nervous. Like I actually have to be
on.
Yeah. And then as I played and I and got the feel for it again, the smiles came out, and I was enjoying it. My family were there watching, and it was awesome.
The bros drove up for that one, especially.
Yeah, my older brothers came and watched and supported me, and it was good to have them at the game and have a laugh after as well.
Yeah. What was sort of the week like? Obviously, the boys didn't get the result against Newcastle, split the series 1-1. But you travelled with the cup side all week. Like, what was that kind of experience like? Obviously, something different again, but it seemed like quite a tight little group they got there, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I got to know a lot of the boys that are playing there that we've probably never had at training, and we like hit it off. Like we've known each other for ages, and I'm pretty easy to get along with. I'm pretty much an open book and can talk to anyone and have some fun. And my roommate was actually he's 10 years younger than me. So
who was your roommate? Tell us.
His name's Lekka, and he's a member of the church I'm into. He's a Mormon, as they call us, and it was just funny to room with him because he was 17 and he's exactly me at that age.
Yeah,
and it was just crazy. Like I was in my room, for example, and then like we were saying prayers together, this and that, and I was just sitting there. I was like, man, this is so crazy. Like, and he was telling me,
because you're not that old, bro. Like, you're 27.
Like he made me feel so old.
That's young
because he's just really young. And he told me when we were sitting in the room, I was like, oh, bro, what are you up to? What do you get away up to away from footy? He goes, I'm just in school holidays at the moment. I was like, oh no. I was like, what? Yeah. And he was doing this thing called seminary in our church. It's like it's like Bible studies Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. every morning. I did the same thing from the ages 14 to 18.
Wow.
And he was telling me that he's doing that. And I'm like, bro, that's exactly what I used to do as a kid. Like, this is crazy. And
what position does Lekka play? Is it like what's
so he told me he's a center. Yeah. And but he's been playing lock. He played I seen him taking kickoff carries on the weekend. So
just a player.
And I told him, bro, you're going to go back to school. And everyone's like, what did you get up to? And he goes, oh, I just went to Newcastle and towed up some men.
Yeah. Towed up some grown men. Yeah. Who was Rumi? Dallin Watene-Zelezniak.
He told me
might have heard of him.
His mates didn't believe that he was rooming with me. I was like, bro, that's crazy. I used to do the exact same thing. Like what you're doing.
What do you remember as a 17-year-old football player? What was your sort of journey like at that time? Was that Penrith days? When did you?
I was at Penrith. So I was
St. Clair boy.
Yeah, that was 2013. We won the 20s then, and
Has Penrith always just had a gun junior system, or like it seems like that period was kind of dominant as well?
Yeah, they put a lot of development into us when we were young. So I was 11 when they first
11.
Yeah, so I was 11 when they sort of started investing a bit of time into me and in the development teams, and
that's where we went wrong, bro. We were scouters as 11-year-olds.
I was a killer at 11, bro. it was 15 onwards where I scaled away.
I was just lucky. We had I had a coach. His name's Graham Cross. And he loved the Rabbitohs, and he used to go watch the Rabbitohs train, and he brought the exact same drills to us. So we were in under 9s, under 8s.
Running shape.
We were running block shapes, and everyone was like, what the hell are these kids doing?
That's wild.
And we were running block shapes, and we won the comp from under 9s to under 15s, I think.
Wow.
We were undefeated for, I think, 5 years. And I remember we lost the game in our 6th year or something like that. And it was like someone had died. Like, no one wanted to talk. We were like, we suck.
Yeah.
It's like, boys, you just went undefeated for 5 years. Like, it's all right. We lost the game.
That's unreal.
But basically, we were doing what the Rabbitohs were doing, training-wise, and as 9-year-olds. And that helped. Like, for me personally, that helped a lot.
Yeah, of course. What did you make of the weekend, Benny? I know you were back here locked in. Outside of obviously the result, which wasn't what we wanted, what did you your takeaways from the weekend footy-wise, bro?
I guess just the resilience again, eh? Like the boys seemed like they were down and out, and then to bounce back like that, make a real game of it, only be 4 points down despite injuries and countless setbacks. It's just unreal to see. Like, you get that feeling as a fan that we're never truly out of a game.
That's nice, eh?
Yeah, it's real nice. And then as the boys started piling on the points, the group chats light up, eh? Everyone's like, here we come. But unfortunately not our day. But I think the Knights are an underrated side as well.
Yeah, they're quality, bro. I'll tell you what, bro, Jacko Hastings can play. I know he cops it for whatever reason he cops it for, but he can play, bro.
Yeah. The outsides, like watching as an outside back yourself, Don Young, Marju, Lockie Miller, they're going great guns, eh?
They're a really good team, the Knights.
He's big,
they have some strike. So if you pretty much the whole comp's like that, if you give them a sniff, they can do something with it. But yeah, with the Knights, man, they got some strike where if you don't respect them or respect the ball, then they can make you pay. Take us inside kind of the locker room, Dal, like, because I know that it was all sides were in there at the end of the game without kind of giving away trade secrets. What was kind of Webby's or feeling like after that game, bro? Because, it's a second loss here. Obviously, the Roosters one was different again, but what was kind of his messages, or what did you kind of walk away from after that game feeling like, bro? Yeah, well, one thing with Webby, I know you were disappointed, but like beyond that, always makes you confident, confident in your ability, confident in yourself. And he made the boys confident in knowing that, like, we just get some things right. We're going to shock a lot of people. People are already shocked now with how well we're going, but we're not playing our best at all. And one thing Webby said was that be confident in how resilient we are in areas, the way we can fight back a game. Like, obviously our fitness is there, but just don't lose that, like, coming back in a game, like how actually vital that is. But there's also other things we really need to work on, and it's good. For me, you don't want to be playing your best footy now anyway. So and that's so good that we've 4 and 6 now, and we still get things to work on. We're not thinking, this is us, this is the end of us, because this is only we've peaked. This is our peak. We can't get any better. You don't want that. So obviously, but to know that we still got big strides left in us is actually real appealing, and I'm actually really keen for this next sort of 6 block. You're a smiley guy, bro, and a pretty cruisy guy. Well, we'll get to kind of off the footy stuff, but just while we're here, bro, like, what's the kind of vibe like? Take fans kind of in the locker room. You guys are carrying on in the gym here today, and team barbecue. That's probably why I think of meat as well, bro. I was on the team barbecue today. But what's the kind of feeling like after a loss, mate? And you come back here to Mount Smart today, and it was a full day for you guys, full training day. So Tane was saying it was a hectic day too. He came back limping. What's kind of the vibe like after a loss like that, bro? Versus when you come back after, like, say that Sharks win and everyone's buzzing. Like, how do you kind of balance those emotions? What's today been like as a group? Yeah, well, through the time I've played, even your moods at home, moods in the locker room and around training it's all dependent on the results and what happens on the weekend. And when you lose, man, at home it sucks. Like, it's one thing you take work home, do you? No, that's one thing I'm working on, is just dropping all at the front door. But sometimes it's hard, especially when you're not playing, and you're getting smashed every day, and you get home, and then the kids want your energy, and you've got nothing left. We've done 6 hours of rehab, man. Come on. I know. But yeah, the vibe between a lot, like when we lose, it's like the boys are down and that, but it's not too long, which is a good thing. Like
short-term memory,
you can drag on to like the next game. I've been in a team where the loss drags on to the next game, and then it just like
compounds and compounds. Yeah,
couple losses, and then all you're thinking about is video. What's going to happen in video? We're here, like you're down in the dumps after the game. Maybe the next day, when you're traveling, and then you're bouncing like today, and the mood's back up. And you're happy again, and you get to. I think for me, you learn better anyways under those kind of circumstances where it's not too negative all the time.
Yeah,
and Webby's really good at that in terms of the vibe around training and our meetings.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about Dal the person. We've talked about Dal the footy player. School holidays at the moment, bro. What do you kind of get up to away from football, bro? I know that you guys did a potty last year, didn't you, on your channel? And Benny was raving about your setup there at home. So we know that you're a bit of a gamer. Gamer at doom. But what's kind of your life outside of football, bro? What do you like to do, spend your time doing?
Yeah, I got a beautiful wife and 3 kids.
How old are they now? Run me through it.
My son's 6 this year. My daughter will be 5 this year. And my youngest daughter will be 2 this year.
Wow.
Yeah, so
hectic.
It's going crazy at home at the moment. It's school holidays, so my wife's got the 3 of them.
Yeah. No wonder you said you wanted to do this podcast this afternoon.
Podcast go as long as it can.
Yeah.
No, but my time away from footy is either I'm pretty much I'm real family orientated. Like wherever my wife and kids are is home for me, and we'll do as much as I can with the kids with a little bit of energy I got after training, whether it's going to get some ice cream at the strawberry farm or...
Whereabouts are you at? Whereabouts are you guys living at?
We're staying Epsom just here.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, sick. But you're just a family guy. You kind of, that's where you like to spend your time.
Yes, and when my personal, like my own time, any chance I get, I love gaming. So
is that a like lifetime thing or something?
Yeah. So we had I remember we got a PlayStation a PlayStation 2 when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And we had to share all the time with my brother. I'm one of 6, so and then when my brother made 20s for the first time, he bought a PS3.
Oh, flash!
When he bought the match.
Was it Toyota Cup days? When was that?
Straight on the PS3.
Little mohawk mullet and a PS3. Flash.
Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. That was where I really fell in love with gaming, and ever since then, I got a setup at home. I got a Nintendo 6. I got all the game consoles.
What's sort of like the classics from those days? You Call of Duty boy, but like. As a family and brothers and friends, what were kind of those classic nights where you just sitting in there?
We used to play that Buzz game.
Buzz? The buzzer. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got
that's
that.
old school for anyone, isn't it?
Yeah, I play that every now and then with my wife, and
that's fun.
The nappies for the week or different.
Mate.
But I think Rugby 08 and Rugby 05 were
classics.
That's what Big Rob was just saying today. What did you say? Your mate came over on the weekend? Yeah, they were playing Rugby 08 on the weekend.
Yeah, so
that's my career where you got that Heffler guy as your first
Heffler.
Gun.
Oh, yeah, those are the days. But I can't find Rugby 08 anywhere, so if anyone's got one, please.
If anyone's got one, reach out.
I'll buy one off you.
Jackson.thomas@warriors.kiwi. And I'll make sure that it ends up in Dale's hands.
Yeah,
and he'll shout you out on social media too, so you get free followers. There you go. Rugby 08.
I can't find it anywhere.
Bro, they're going, like, every now and then it pops up on Trade Me, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
Like, a dime a dozen.
So please don't rip me off.
Yeah. Respectful offer.
I've got 3 kids.
School holidays, expensive times, man.
Every time you play Rugby 08, just get Habana and just go sideways. He's still got it, man.
From England. He's
tank too.
Carries them.
Even Sivivatu. Bang. 96 exclusivity.
You got me wanting to play now.
Rugby. I remember rugby league. We used to play a lot, and
Stacey Jones rugby league.
And the Warriors were actually really good on it. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. He was the man.
You could bump off like 10 guys.
That's real life too.
Button bash. Offload. That's
realistic.
realistic.
I used to play as the Panthers and just chip and chase with Reece Wesser because he was like 99 speed and just go the whole way.
That would have been Luke Rooney too.
Freaks. Yeah. No, I used to love that, man. I was never much of a massive gamer as a kid, but like it was one of those ones where whenever the cousins or the friends were around and you could get like 10 of you all playing or like 2 consoles in the other screen, mattresses on the ground.
We used to write up big tournaments like who's playing who. Like
brackets.
Through the next level. It was
proper.
Pretty.
The brothers still play it all, like Mel.
That's who I basically play at the moment. At the moment, I'm playing.
It's a cool way to kind of like keep in touch. Not that you don't keep in touch with your brothers, but like it's a cool way to. You don't just have to call them on the phone. Like you can go, hey, do you want to jump on?
Well, I'm one of 26 grandchildren of my nan's. So
Holy.
there's heaps of us boys that played footy together. Like that's how we fell in love with footy, and then now we all game together, and it's how we keep in contact.
That's awesome.
We're playing Age of Empires at the moment. I got a Discord account where we all just like
there would have been 5 or 6 questions when we asked the fan questions, which we will get to, but they asked about your Age of Empires as well.
Bones is one of them.
Bones is one of them asking as well.
Yes, I am.
All in.
I'm at the moment. Yeah, I think especially now that I've been injured and I've had to ice my leg. I tell my wife I've had to ice my leg. So
yeah, you're one of the best, bro.
Been icing my leg for about 2 hours a day.
I'm pretty sure that's not what couples do. That's all good.
But yeah, so I've been jamming that lately for. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Before we get into the fan questions, Dal, we do like to ask kind of people how they are. It's more of like a mental health question, but just in general, bro, I know you are always a happy, smiley guy coming back from injury and a bit of a setback, but how's life at the moment wider than just sort of footy, bro? You in a good place?
Yeah, I'm in a really good place. I'm loving it back home. It was a big reason why I signed here. I wanted my kids to experience where I'm from and where I grew up. Even though I grew up in Hamilton, it's still like New Zealand's home for me. My wife's loving it here, so it makes it a lot easier too. And
it's a big one, eh?
Yeah. She happy wife. Like that term is so true. Happy wife, happy life. But yeah, my kids are loving it. My son's like coming home singing Māori songs on the couch. I'm just like,
love that.
And that for me, that we get to go down the line to see my nan and all that down there, and we got a little bit of like horses and cows and that around. The kids are loving it. Yeah, so life outside of footy is good, and when my life outside of footy is good, footy looks after itself.
Yeah, fresh off 4 tries, bro. I don't think your footy needs any help, but I appreciate it. All right, Benny, fan questions time, bro. I'll leave this over to you.
Yeah, well, that one actually rolls quite nicely into the first one from Jackson Birdsall, and he says, does Dallin know much about his whānau history on the Zelezniak side in terms of like Māori language, family, things like that?
Well, Zelezniak is actually Polish, so
that's the Polish side.
That's my Polish side. Just a quick story. I used to be Dallin Shelley until I was 11 years old. Well, I think I was 11. My grandfather served in the army in World War II over in Poland, and when the war was over, they put him on a boat over here. To Aussie, and apparently this creamy soda back in the day was the brand was Shelley or something in can, and they couldn't pronounce Zelezniak, so the guy who was giving out names said, "Oh, your new last name's Shelley." So I was Dallin Shelley for ages, and then he only ever in their line. There's only one boy in each family that carried on Zelezniak, and it obviously stopped with him. And then when he passed on, my dad, there's 4 of us boys, changed our names back to Zelezniak to carry on his name.
That's awesome, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was almost lost to a creaming soda can.
Yeah,
brought it back.
Soda. I love creamy soda too. So, but yeah, that's
you've been happy with Shelley, but
I used to be Dallin Shelley for a little bit.
So you are very proud of that side of your family too, bro.
Yeah. So we went to Poland in 2016 to try and find some family, but after the World War, apparently, like everyone just got dispersed.
Yeah, of course.
Try to just find something. So yeah, we can't find too much about Zelezniak family. So if any of you are watching, your last name's Zelezniak,
reach out.
Two things from this podcast. Reach out, Zelezniaks, and if you have Rugby 08, reach out, jackson.thomas@warriors.kiwi, all right? Reach out.
So that's the story I was told about my last name,
That's awesome, bro. I really appreciate that. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's good.
Benny?
Blake asked, do you practice gymnastics to score those sideline tries? And look, we've become accustomed to seeing that mullet flying through the air, some acrobatic finishes. Like
even Big Eddie Cossey had a couple in the week too.
Yeah. Do you guys practice them as outsides?
Yeah, we when the pads are out. I used to be able to when I was younger to be without the pads, but these days I got to make sure there's a pad there to fall on. But actually, when we were younger, there's people from Western Sydney would know there's a place called Don Bosco in St. Mary's where there's trampolines, there's all stuff you can do, and that's where we would go after school or something, or parties and that, and that's where we fell in love with all the jumping and that's trying to score tries and that, but it was just all the jumping.
Helped.
And I guess that might have helped a little bit, but it's probably the best job on the wing or the best part of the job on the wing is jumping in the corner,
flying. That one I think last year was against Cronulla. You scored right in that corner. I was on the hill, bro, so I was right there on that corner. Yeah. And when you launched from about 12 meters away, and I started screaming no, like as in what an idiot, he's gone too early, and you just kept going. I was like,
there's no way you should.
Nah,
it's
pretty impressive.
It's pretty.
We've had some pretty athletic wingers in our time, bro. So you fit in that sense.
Next one's from Steph. How do you measure success in what you do on and off the field? That's quite a deep one.
That's a deep one, bro.
Measure success.
What does success look like for you off the field, bro, in terms of your life? I know you're very happy at the moment with your family and in a good spot. So, but maybe it extends beyond that. And family, friends,
I
business?
think, for me, success. Oh, it depends. Like success as like a father or something. Like for me, yeah, success is my children being able to do what they want. My wife not having to worry about, can she go out and get food? Can she go out and is there a roof over their heads? For me, yeah, that's little things like that. I think is that I take pride in is making sure I'm a good provider and father and husband to my wife and kids.
And then obviously on the field to be premiership.
Yeah, and on the field, yeah, definitely. Like I've always said, if I could win a comp, it's probably my body gets battered and bruised during the year, so
yeah,
it's definitely one thing where I'd be like, all right, I've achieved that.
Yeah, awesome.
It's been a goal of mine. Like anyone, if it's not your goal, then yeah, you probably shouldn't be playing.
And this next one's from Bodes, and he says, "Your whakapapa in rugby league spans back generations. What does that mean to you?"
Yeah, it means a lot. I'm still learning quite a lot about my my ancestors in rugby league terms. Like how my grandpa Steve captained the Kiwis, first Māori captain Kiwis, and he was actually pretty significant in the Māori rugby league area of what he did, and yeah, so it's pretty special to be able to, when I go to Māori camps and that, and I go to maraes and the older people talk about me and or not me but my family and the name that I have. It really makes you think like, man, he must have done some great things, and I wish I got to meet him in person. But to be honest, like whenever I'm in those camps, that without being like too weird or anything, like you actually like you can feel like something different.
That's not weird though, right? It's the name does carry a lot of weight. Like even just when you kind of are around you and there's people talking about that, like you grow, bro. Like I can see you kind of light up a little bit, which is it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's cool to, especially for my aunties and uncles, my older ones that did know him and did know what what he's done.
Yeah.
To be able to hear things like that and see our name back where it once was is it's pretty cool to be able to be a part of that or make them feel that way.
That's unreal. And then the bulk of the rest of the questions, Jacko mentioned that, but people want to know, what shampoo do you use and what's like your daily routine? Because people know you don't just wake up looking like that.
Nah,
so.
I think
I wake up, my hair's like this in the morning. Yeah. My daughters have the same hair as me, so they're the same. They wake up and I'm looking at them like,
is that what I look like?
Yeah, we only got 10 minutes.
So my wife has all this stuff for the girls, and then I just jump in with them on their routine. And it's actually no word of a lie, it's actually water, and there's this anti-knot spray that because my hair gets real knotty. This anti-knot spray from O&M.
O&M, shout out.
Shout out to O&M.
That's not an ad either. That's just product
third one.
Yeah, that's the third one. Email through.
Yeah, we spent quite a bit of money with that company on hair products for my daughters and I, and we spray that in, and that's basically the day, and it all just. If we don't, you walk outside, it just goes bang.
That's where you need the third party deal, bro. I was invested in that mullet. You need to get some third parties there.
Yes, the kids will be very. They might get a few more toys if that happens.
You're gonna need to do a family photo shoot now. You see what they're gonna ask. This promo slot.
A lot of people ask, and people think I perm. I always get mocked at other stadiums. People telling me to cut my hair or I'll perm my hair, and I always look, and it's usually the bald fellas. It's usually the bald fellas that are giving it to me. I was looking at them, like, come on, brother.
Yes, every time you walk through the office, once the boat goes, his hair looks so shit. It looks like shit.
Normally I'm at another game.
That's the big event. Just on that, bro, a little bit, like, because we were talking, I think it might have been the Lukey Metcalf episode. I can't remember. One of the boys was saying that they're grateful that they're in it a little bit because the wingers cop so much, like that's where you cop the bulk of the sprays. Yeah. I know it doesn't get to you, but are there certain grounds or certain like places that you vividly remember sprays you've gotten, or like do you hear it like other than just when they're mocking your hair?
Much. I don't even hear my own family sometimes when they're when they're because you're so zoned in. But every now and then you get to hear some.
Is it like after tries or something? Yeah, Cronulla.
So after tries when it's all calmed down and then you're lining up for for a kick for them to.
That's when you kind of get a little bit.
You get sprayed a little bit, and but Cronulla, you get quite a bit of Cronulla because they're so close to.
Yeah, they are, right? Right on the fence there.
Cronulla, it's actually a fun place because if you win. Like that game that they played there, you win, you sort of go around, clap the crowd, you look for the fellas.
Yeah. I saw there's been a little bit, I don't know whether, it'd be interesting, Benny, your opinion on this. I don't know whether the TV cameras are just copping it. Like, catching it now. But a lot of the goal kickers are giving these ones to the crowd when they hit it. Like Mitchy Moses did it yesterday.
Yeah.
Obviously, Trell always does it.
Yeah.
But like they seem to be kind of playing a little bit to it. And I think
like
fans, so do I, bro. I
It's
think
like
fans
the
kind of get
American
it.
sport influence, really. Like if
Yeah.
you're that guy on the big stage and you do something gun, celebrate it. I reckon.
Yeah, and it's good that they're not getting hammered for it as well. Like
Like the try celebration.
try celebrating Henry Farfuli was the man at it. Like
have you got one up your sleeve, one in the bag that you want to bust out? Maybe do the watches.
I've never really,
do the watches plug, bro.
I would be happy with that.
Yeah.
But I've never really been one for a try. I'm just more like whatever comes. Like
You're just too pumped, eh?
the energy that comes, whatever happens.
Bose has done one. Maybe you could just do like the mullet twirl or something. Look off.
Peter Hickey used to, he lets his kids tell him, what should I do if I score a try? And he like, if you
that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It'd be cool to do something like that.
Connie always had the best one, bro.
Yeah.
Kiss the Mum was always cool. Like
yeah.
that was one where like he was sort of afforded, like it was just expected.
Yeah.
And he could find the camera, Connie.
I remember when my daughter was born, it was a bit cheesy, but before they go to bed every night, we do this, like the I love you for the kids. So I got to do that on camera one time, and when my daughters see that, they're like, "Oh, Daddy, remember?"
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's one thing.
That's cute.
I probably should do that for them, but yeah, sometimes it's just so energetic, it just slips your mind. Like
you would have got tired last week doing it 4 times, bro.
206 run.
Love you heaps.
Humble ones. The last one was just about the watch game, which we mentioned there. It was basically what got you and your brothers into there. So
plug it a little bit, bro, because food might not know.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to watch, I'm your man. My brother, because we used to train together at Penrith, train together at the Bulldogs quite a little bit as well. But yeah, one day he was thinking of ideas just to sort of use our image that we got now, because no matter who you are, you sort of leave footy, it's gone. Like, so you might as well try and leverage it now and try and build something and sort of show people we're just not footy players. Like we're a lot of other things before we are footy players. Yeah. That's how I like to sort of look at it too. Like we just happen to play footy on the weekends, which is fine, and I love it. But yeah, the watches. And one day he loves watches, so I never used to wear a watch, and he loves watches. And he came to me one morning, we were driving to training. He goes, "Bro, like we should get into watches." And then
this is Malachi,
yeah. And he researched it all, and he was like, "We can actually do it. Like it's pretty straightforward." And I mean, he's gonna have to he had to do a lot of work for it, but yeah, and then it sort of just started. Gave it like the boys liked it, so the boys are your best critics. Like, you're gonna get a lot of honesty.
They're also your harshest critics,
sure. Yeah.
This is shit.
Yeah, if you're mates don't buy it, then you know.
And they loved it. And then we look back now at the first watches that were made. Man, they were like, we see them as terrible. But everyone loved them, and like he ended up going to China, seeing how it was all made. This was at the start, and sort of just taken off from there, and he's killing it now. And he's sort of been able to. He had to retire from footy because of health reasons, and he was able to transition into that.
That's pretty cool, bro. Like as a brother, was that pretty cool for you? Like when Malachi has to make that call, because obviously he was a super gifted footy player too. For you guys to have built something for him to kind of go into and put his creative passion in, because like I know entrepreneurship, it doesn't come naturally to everyone, but he looks like he thrives in it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he loves it.
He loves it.
And like every business has ups and downs.
Of course, yeah.
There's been so many ups for him, and he gets to live. Like that's his pay now. Like he just lives.
That's his job.
And he was over in Switzerland the other.
I saw that
a couple months ago. He's getting some Swiss made ones now. And I wish I had that one here. I've actually got it, and so he's dipping into the high end now, which is where he wanted to get to, and I think I'm pretty sure he's talked about it on his socials. Cologne. So
sick.
Cologne's starting to come out. He's still waiting for my package, by the way.
He's going the full gentleman, isn't he?
Yeah. So
just
getting into some Cologne, and he's doing really well, and I'm proud as of him.
What's sort of like the business? So your role, you kind of at this point are just sort of like a partner and ambassador. Is that you're not just too day to day with it?
I'm more just if he wants a watch sold out, he can vote with me now. I'm a terrible model. Like he's been wanting me to model watches, and then I hate photos and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, like we've been able to do that, and I'm just more like if he needs it pushed out, like I can ask the boys or give the boys a watch for a shout out. Or
Tamati's been chasing a free one all week as well.
Yeah, has he? Oh yeah. The boys are on like a bit of cash.
Tomato's always asking for mayo and watches and what else. Yeah, loves it.
Yeah, like the boys definitely help. Footy helps. And obviously, if we're winning, it gets pushed out to more people, and that. So he's really happy how the Warriors are going at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's thriving, and I'm loving it.
Where can people get him, bro?
Online. So we have an Instagram page where basically I go onto the website from the Instagram page too. But yeah, it's I think it's www.wzelezniak.com.
Zelezniak, yep.
Yeah. .com, and you find all the watches there. There's I don't think the Swiss made ones are up yet or out yet, but
they're coming,
and they're going to be a bit pricey, but it's well below what we should be selling them for.
And if you want to smell like Dal, that's coming soon.
Smell like Dal, look like Dal. Find
like
a rugby outlet
game scent where it's like literally your sweat.
Smells like sweat and Powerade.
It'll be like the Six Panther of rugby league.
I reckon there could be something in like a deep heat one if you got it right, because I don't mind the deep heat smell.
Deep heat smell.
Retired players would buy that in bucket loads because they all say they miss that smell of the changing room.
Smell it in their rooms.
There you go, free business ideas. Yeah. We're available.
But Footy had a smell. It's definitely deep heat.
Yeah. That changing room, I've been like scarred now from that because it was so wet in Cronulla. That changing room, bro. I couldn't. It was me and Joshy Curran were just in there like breathing like that. Like you were pumped that the boys won and they wanted to celebrate, but I was like, bro, this is too damn freaks. I can't handle it. Probably why I didn't make it, Dale. But look, bro, we really appreciate you coming on, man. I mean, we could sit here and talk for hours, and I know you want to because you do school holidays. But thanks, bro. We like whenever you do get back out there, man. We are really excited as Warriors supporters and fans. But more so just as a mate, bro. It's awesome to see you happy, healthy, and killing it, bro. So
beautiful.
Appreciate you coming on.
For having me.
One take. Thanks, Benny.